In my opinion, it's absolutely okay to make a mistake as long as you don't step on anyone else, so long as you do not drag other people into your own mess. The big problem that I've seen in this issue is that Buknoy Glamour along with Gabo Adiva messed up with the wrong person. Vice Ganda is Vice Ganda. Hello ladies and gentlemen and those in between, welcome back to my channel, Everett here, and today we're going to talk about libel and identity theft featuring the latest issue involving Buknoy Glamour, Awra, Gabo Adiva, and Vice Ganda. Today's video is actually requested by one of my Facebook friends, Chriselle Arikaya Magdiel. She actually sent me a message in Messenger requesting that I should make a video about the latest issue involving Buknoy Glamour, Gabo Adiva, Awra, and Vice Ganda. So before we dive into talking about what this latest issue exactly is, for those of you guys who live outside the Philippines, those of you who have no idea of who these people involved in this issue are, let me give you a little bit of information about each one of them. So let's start off with Buknoy Glamour. Buknoy is a YouTube vlogger and he's also one of the artists managed by Star Image Artist Management, also known as Star Image Digital Network, which is also the same production that produced Amore BL series and a few more. Additionally, he is pretty much active on social media, specifically TikTok, and he is actually a social media influencer. And currently, he has a BL series entitled Altar BL series, which was also controversial because of its trailer, which contains sexually explicit scenes, and so a lot of people bashed that show back then. And the next person who's involved in this issue is Gabo Adiva. Just like Buknoy Glamour, he's also pretty much active in TikTok, and in fact he impersonates Asia songbird Regine Velasquez, and is also managed by Star Image Artist Management, and he was one of the support roles in a Amore BL series, and presently he is one of the lead stars in the LGBT themed series entitled PALOMA, which stands for Patricia, Lorraine, and Marie. 3 names put together in one. I personally love this series. I mean, if you have been following this channel, I have made a few reaction videos for this series, so you guys can check this out. The third person involved in this issue is Awra. He gained recognition when he starred in Ang Probinsyano, the series, which is a primetime TV series in the Philippines, and he was personally chosen for the role by the show's lead actor Coco Martin. And back in 2017, he was declared champion in the first season of the Filipino version of Your Face Sound Familiar Kids. And finally, the last person involved in this issue is the phenomenal comedian Vice Ganda. He is a comedian, he's a talk show host, television presenter, and he's also an actor and a singer. And he is a regular host on ABS-CBN's noontime variety show, It's Showtime, and he has starred in several films, and 8 of which are considered to be the highest grossing in the Philippine cinema. So basically, Vice Ganda is not just an ordinary celebrity. He is considered as one of the pillars of today's Philippine entertainment industry. In short, he is a big star. Now, here's the issue. According to an article published by Philippine News last April 18, 2021, video of Buknoy pretending to be Awra makes big revelation on Vice Ganda Ian Perez relationship. Netizens slammed the social media influencer for spreading false accusations against Vice Ganda's boyfriend, Ian Perez. And based on the same article, on Saturday evening, a video Gabo Adiva, an online creator under Star Image Artist Management, went viral on Twitter. It can be seen in a video that he was talking to someone pretending to be Awra, and the netizens immediately guessed that it was Buknoy Glamour who pretends to be Awra in that live stream. The social media influencer can be heard talking about Vice Ganda and Ian Perez's relationship, so let me show you the actual video clip.
Alam mo naman makakalito ni Jaehyun.
Uy, grabe ka rin, Awra, no?
Hindi niya nga pinaperaan lang siya.
Pero Awra, bakit po Bakit parang... Bakit ka binitawan ni Meme Vice?
Malamang ako yung gusto ni Jaehyun, hindi siya.
Ah! Sinasabi mo, Awra, na... sinasabi mo, Awra, na Mas gusto ka ni Ayon kaysa kay Mebe?
Oo.
Nagalaw ka na ba ni Ayon, Awra?
Oo.
Ay,
Sometimes dressing room number 5.
ay, sa mismong taping pa sa ABS? Ay, hindi ka naman na-consent siya, Awra.
Basically, what Buknoy said in that video was that Ayn Perez was just sponging money off of Vice Ganda. And that's pretty much the reason why he is in a relationship with Vice. And even worse, Buknoy pretending to be Awra said that he had already had sex with Ayn Perez. And he added that Ayn Perez liked him more than he actually liked Vice Ganda. So netizens lambasted Buknoy glamour for spreading false accusations against Ayn Perez. And he said the actor is just after the comedian's money, and that's about it. And as the proverb goes, news has wings. And to make matters worse, this reached Awra's attention, leading him to tell Vice Ganda about all of these things. And here's the actual audio clip of Awra's response to this issue.
Yeah, yung assurance ko na lang talaga is nag-reply na si Meme. And then, ang sabi niya lang sa akin, ang sagot niya, I will talk to my lawyers about this. And then, relax ka lang dyan. Chill ka lang. Yun, madami rin kami pinag-usapan ni Meme. Pero still, din lang yung assurance na mabibigay ko sa inyo na aware na si Meme sa nangyayari. And, paramdam na lang talaga natin yung love and support to each other. Huwag na tayo mag-throw ng shade sa isa't isa.
Basically, what he said in the audio clip was that Vice Ganda had already been aware of what was going on. And both of them, I mean, Awra and Vice Ganda, talked about a lot of things, and Vice told Awra to relax and chill out and try not to worry about everything. And Vice also said, support one another, spread love instead of throwing shades at one another. And based on a post on a Facebook page, Vice said he would talk to his lawyer about this. And the post further says that there are two possible legal cases which Buknoy Glamour and Gabo Adiva can be accused of. First, identity theft, and the other one is libel. Of course, I'm not an expert at any of these things, so I did a little bit of research on these things. And according to Wikipedia, identity theft occurs when someone uses another person's personal identifying information, like their name, identifying number, or credit card number, without their permission to commit fraud or other crimes. Identity theft deliberately uses someone else's identity as a method to gain financial advantages or obtain credit card and other benefits, and perhaps to cause other persons disadvantages or loss. A libel, on the other hand, is a malicious false statement in written media, a broadcast, or otherwise published words. Moreover, the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, officially recorded as Republic Act number 10175, is a law in the Philippines that was approved on September 12, 2012. It aims to address legal issues concerning online interactions and the internet in the Philippines. Among the cybercrime offenses included in the bill are cybersquatting, cybersex, child pornography, identity theft, illegal access to data, and libel. On the contrary, I read one comment posted up by attorney Jaehyun Aces, and she says, first, slander and libel are one and the same crime. Second, there's no identity theft in this case because they aren't used documents in a transaction that doesn't belong to them. So clearly, from a lawyer's point of view, the only legal case that can be filed against Buknoy Glamour and Gabo Adiva is slander or libel. So last night, the management of Star Image Artist Management, along with Buknoy Glamour and Gabo Adiva, went live on YouTube, and I actually watched the entire video. And in the video, Mr. David Kabuwain reprimanded the two harshly, saying that he wouldn't take their side this time. And he said that the management decided to suspend these two for a month, not to mention that each one of them would be charged of 100,000 pesos as a penalty for their misconduct, which is actually based on their signed contract. And so that's roughly $2,000, I mean, 2,000 US dollars. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts the pocket. And Mr. David Kabuwain said that he would support whatever legal actions Vice Ganda would take on this issue. And I am just glad that Star Image Artist Management is not tolerating this form of misconduct. Kudos to you guys, really. Okay, here are my honest thoughts and opinions of the entire issue. First off, Buknoy Glamour is not anybody new when it comes down to controversies. He has actually been involved in several issues, and one of them was sometime last year, and he belittled a tricycle driver in a viral video clip where he was supposed to motivate his viewers to strive hard in reaching their dreams. However, what he did was that he laughed at the tricycle driver and he even insulted him. And prior to this issue, which we are talking about right now, Buknoy also had an issue with Awra, and they sort of had social media war, like they would throw shades at one another by posting stuff up on their social media accounts like Twitter and whatnot. So I believe that he has already been given a second chance to change, and perhaps not just a second chance, maybe a third chance, fourth chance, who knows, right? We know for a fact that everybody makes a mistake, and apparently nobody's perfect, and we all learn from our mistakes, especially things that can make us become more open-minded, things that can make us the better version of ourselves. The things that we learn from our mistakes teach us what not to do next time, and needless to say, everybody deserves a second chance. We all know that Buknoy is a minor. He's not of legal age yet. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's just 16 years old. And based on what David Kabawan said during the live video last night, Buknoy wasn't raised by his parents. He would even scavenge for a living on the street. And those are a few reasons why, despite all of the bashing, all of the negative comments on Buknoy, Star Image Artist Management still keep him as one of their artists. And clearly, they're trying to help Buknoy financially speaking. In my opinion, it's absolutely okay to make a mistake as long as you don't step on anyone else. So long as you do not drag other people into your own mess. The big problem that I've seen in this issue is that Buknoy Glamour along with Gabo Adiva messed up with the wrong person. Vice Ganda is Vice Ganda. You know what I mean? Vice Ganda is an established celebrity in the Philippines, is no ordinary comedian. He is influential, and with his fame and money, he can make your life miserable. He can put you behind bars, so do not mess up with him. Because, of course, he's very intelligent, he can fight you in a legal manner. However, I would also like to point out a few things about Vice Ganda, and just like Buknoy Glamour, Vice Ganda has also gotten involved in several issues, and he also had to give public apology to those people he had made fun of. And one of these issues was when he cracked mean jokes at the expense of Jessica Soho. Jessica Soho, if you guys don't know, she is a multi-awarded journalist both in the Philippines and abroad. And when you say news, journalism, documentaries, Jessica's name emerges. That name, Jessica Soho, is so huge. So what happened basically was that Vice Ganda had a concert, and in one of the segments of his concert, he cracked jokes on Jessica Soho being raped, not to mention the body shaming. Oh my god. Thousands of people were cracking up, laughing in the concert venue. And imagine how you would feel being in the center of that joke, right? It must have been upsetting. It must have been degrading. I mean, I just can't imagine myself being the center of that kind of joke, right? Embarrassing, humiliating. So, to make the long story short, Vice Ganda tried to reach out to Jessica Soho over the phone to apologize, but unfortunately, Jessica Soho refused to talk to him. And so what Vice Ganda did at that time was he apologized on national TV through his noontime show, It's Showtime. So my whole point of talking about this is not because I'm trying to dig up the past. Definitely, that's not my whole point. But because more than anyone else involved in the issue, I assume that Vice Ganda has the highest level of maturity in terms of personal experience in things like this. And he knows exactly what it feels like to humble himself in public, to apologize publicly in order to redeem himself. And the way I see it, what's happening could also be something karmic, because as the golden rule says, do unto others what you want others do unto you. And for me, this is happening because Vice Ganda himself is no exemption to the rule. But that doesn't mean he has no rights to take legal actions in this matter, right? Of course, I am sure he's been insulted, and these mean words stung his ego, and that's pretty normal. Who doesn't get hurt when someone says, oh my god, convince yourself, your boyfriend is just sponging money off of you? And the sad part is that it is your fellow member of the LGBTQ plus community who says that. I mean, That's upsetting, right? But here's another thing that I would like to share with you guys, and I'm sure that you will agree with me. We can give without loving, but we can't love without giving. I'll say that again. We can give without loving, but we can't love without giving, because giving is always a result of loving someone. I mean, you love someone regardless of gender. You're bisexual, you're gay, whatever, and if you want the one you love to be happy, you give them anything you think that can make them happy. So what if Ganda gives Jaehyun money and things? Is that even big of a deal? I mean, those people who say negative things about people in love, just like Ganda and Jaehyun Perez, are bitter towards life. They have emotional luggage they need to get rid of. That's because they themselves need love. I'll say it again. They themselves need love, right? Anyway, the ball is in Ganda's court, and he has the right to make whatever decisions he wants. But at the same time, I also believe, and I still believe, that Ganda has so much love in his heart, especially now that he is in a happy relationship with Jaehyun. And if he chooses to forgive and give Buknoy and Gabo another chance to change, I will completely understand that, because it's so easy to let things go when we are filled with so much joy and love in our hearts. But if he chooses to take legal action to this matter, I will also understand that, because he has all the rights to do whatever he thinks is right. And finally, I would also like to talk about being a social media influencer. Yes, it is good to be famous. It is good to have some people who look up to you, but being a social media influencer is likewise a responsibility, and a lot of people don't factor that out. It is an absolute must to be careful about whatever you put out there, because regardless of whether you do good or bad, it will always backfire on you. And I just genuinely hope that both Buknoy Glamour and Gabo Diva learn from their big mistakes this time. I really do. Anyway, what do you guys think of this issue? Please let me know in the comment section below, because I would also love to hear your thoughts and opinions of this issue. So that's about it. That's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when my next video comes out. Peace outie!